I mean, who was
Oh wait.
who was on?
Maybe this will recover. Yeah, there were like 20 people in while we were doing it.
Damn, let's go.
Make it a whole new link. Um,
I mean, you could have Courtney send it out to everyone real fast.
yeah, have to do that. Dang, I really didn't even consider overheating.
Yeah, crazy. An error occurred. Please try again later.
Well, we'll send that out. We're still live, so just when this gets reposted, um, we'll see this.
Are you guys ready for me to make them?
The assembly.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Adam, this is the problem with the unlisted stream, is that if it gets cut off like that and crashes, we have to use a whole new. I mean, it's always going to make a new link. It won't just like reconnect to the stream that crashed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. It's shitty.
Hey man, we're we're live.
Oh, we're live. It's crappy, poopy.
Oopsies.
Language.
See, everyone makes mistakes.
Uh-oh, spaghettios.
It's how we rebound.
How spicy should we make this first one? Mike, if you were here, would you want this hot sauce in yours or no hot sauce?
I don't want any hot sauce. You have salsa?
Mike would want no hot sauce.
What?
I don't.
I made Korean noodles for dinner tonight, and I was sweating. They were so spicy,
Oh,
and
God.
I loved it.
I like.
I felt alive.
I mean, I like with tacos. I like adding the hotness after. You know.
Okay. Are you like a sour cream kind of guy?
Yeah, yeah. I go with some sour cream.
Okay.
I think this is a healthy
That's
version though,
coolness.
right? So we've got Greek yogurt. I think, Adam.
Greek yogurt it is.
Nice.
All right, now I've got to like get water on the sides of this.
Adam, I think we have to post this to Facebook so that people can just get it quickly and we don't have to do that email debacle.
Okay.
What do you mean water? Does it want you to like water the edges before you fold them in?
Yeah, it wants you to water the edges after it gets out of
The microwave?
Yep. Okay, guys.
Like a wonton.
I got my tortilla.
Did you fry it already? Did I miss that part?
No, I fried the things that go in the middle.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Tostadas.
That's right. So it's like crunch, soft.
Layer the
Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
So he'll put it down and then layer it up and then fold it and flip it and.
Adam.
I'm gonna put a little.
Sorry.
I'm gonna put a little meat. Then it calls for some cheese. So I'm gonna.
What kind of cheese are we working with?
Monterey Jack.
Ooh.
Okay, now we're gonna add our tostada on top.
Adam, I think Courtney is busy. Can you post something to Facebook? I sent it to you on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, I can have our social media director post it. No problem.
Okay. If you just want to forward it, it's in the Facebook Messenger. Alicia,
Suppers.
they get you the here too.
Mike, are there 20 people still on with us right now?
No, they're all trying to connect. You don't understand. A brand new link was generated, but only people that have the direct link can log into it. So, like, for example, Alicia can't get on and watch the stream right now because she doesn't have the link. Make sense?
With you.
Alicia, I just emailed it, the same email thread.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. It has been sent to Jen, our social media director, Mike.
Okay.
Now, on top of this, I'm going to put a little of the Greek yogurt. Yum. Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
Adam, you're killing it, by the way. This whole time we are still recording, so I love how you're.
Dude, he's seamless. He's seamless.
We got Greek yogurt going on.
How do I make you the featured speaker? Do I have to stop sharing my screen? Stop share.
Now,
oh, there we go.
Now we are going to add all the desired toppings. So let's say, Mike, you were here.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want here?
Ooh. I mean, I want the tomatoes, I want the cheese, I want the lettuce.
Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, that's looking good.
Lettuce. Do you want avocado?
What kind of lettuce is that? That's looking super healthy lettuce.
Healthy lettuce.
He's like, I want the iceberg and I want it
Oh
light.
yeah, where is the cold, watery crunch?
Oh, it's gonna be crunchy. Don't you worry.
He's giving you antioxidants. Look how green that is. It's so good for you.
Okay, fine. It does look healthy.
All right, Mom.
That is the point, to make it nice and healthy.
This wrap thing's gonna be interesting, guys. Let me tell you.
You got this.
Salsa on
You got
there.
this.
I want to.
Mike, if you were here, would you want a little lime put on there?
You know how I feel about lime. Actually, yeah, probably a little bit of lime.
What about cilantro?
Sure, yeah. I mean,
cilantro.
I feel like we might be getting into a new territory where I don't know if that's on your typical crunch wrap, but again, this is healthier version, so.
Okay, now this is gonna be the interesting part.
We're gonna like
this.
staple it, or yeah, how are you gonna get it to stay?
So he wet the edges, so hopefully what he's trying to do is wrap it all up, and then the pressure when he flips it upside down from gravity and weight, he's gonna fry that side bottom down immediately so he gets it to stay. It's just he's just got to get there and get it in there to stay.
All right, we did it. It's going in.
And let gravity do its thing.
Going in at 350.
I'm excited.
Yum. Should we make our next one?
I think you should make your next one.
Definitely.
All right, let's do it, team. We will start.
I'm so hungry, by the way, Adam. I've been really good all day. I've had like less than 600 calories, probably.
Nice. I had 2 bagels today.
Two bagels? That's a dream.
2 bagels.
I was hungry.
Are we even live? I mean, it says we're live.
I see you. I'm watching us on the iPad.
I have it pulled out. Is this thing on?
All right, now we're gonna do it again, guys. I'm gonna put some meat in the middle.
That pan's looking pretty fancy, Adam.
You know, just how we roll. Bougie. All right, we're gonna add our cheese now.
Got that Monterey.
Got our Monterey. Okay, cheese has been added. We got our tostada from the air fryer
For the crunch.
for the crunch of the
The
crunch
crunch
wrap.
factor.
Got our whatever this is
It's gonna
called.
be really good, I'm thinking. I can't believe the thing overheated and crashed. That's so tragic.
I can.
But when I put my hand behind this laptop, like I mean, it makes sense. It's pumping out some hot air for sure.
In there.
Oh, I bet.
All right.
Ooh, he's got some guac or some avocado.
Some avocado going on.
Is that cost extra in the Ellis household or
Avocados from Mexico.
from Mexico?
Like $1.50 extra.
At the Ellis household.
In the Ellis household.
I like it. Now we're talking. All right, we're gonna do it again, guys.
All right, cool. Jen posted it to our Facebook, so at least I don't know. Not that everyone's checking their Facebook right now, but if they do, they'll be able to find us there.
All right, we got this one wrapped.
You did that quick.
Now we gotta flip it, like you said, Alicia.
Flip it.
Where was? All right, where were we?
We have someone else in here.
We did. Now we're just talking to ourselves, which is usually how it goes.
Classic.
Let's see. We did the tips for 14s and 15s. Okay, so the next tip, it looks like it'll be with the 16s through 18s.
Oh, can I ask a question really quick, Mike?
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, you posted maybe an email on whether or not the hitter was going to hit or tip.
Yep.
Do you remember this?
Yep.
What was the end result?
You
Do you remember?
never saw the end result.
I never saw the end
remember.
result. I think I was team tip.
Adam says he remembers.
Alicia,
Yes.
you are correct.
Yes.
Yeah. How
Nice.
did you know? Tell us what gave it away for
Ah.
you.
I saw the body language.
What?
I mean, I feel like playing defense, going in there and seeing, it looked like her shoulder, if I remember right, it looked like her shoulder drop. I remember her footwork, actually. I remember thinking she's not going to make it for a hit looking at her footwork. And she only had one option left.
I wonder if I could even. Yeah. That's cool. No, you're right. It was a tip, and I might be able to pull up. Wait, let's see.
The first front wrap has come out.
Wait,
Ooh.
let's see it. You gotta hold it up close, because we're on like the
Well,
small.
I should probably
We're on
cut
the
it
small
first.
camera view. You're gonna cut it? Oh, I guess yeah. In the picture, it was cut.
You gotta see that inside, and then he can go right to the soft, gooey crunchiness.
Yeah, I didn't buy any queso for it. I mean, like the melted queso dip kind.
All right, guys. There we go.
Dude, that's not close enough,
Woo!
Adam. All right. We'll have to take a picture. Oh, that looks good. Take a picture, and then we'll put it on our social media so everyone can see what it looked like. What about the taste test?
All right. All right.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna sign off. Well, you want to watch me take a yummy bite of it?
Yeah. What do you mean? Of course.
Gotta know.
We
Look at this.
That's your hard work there.
Look at this Crunch Wrap Supreme. All right.
That does look pretty good.
It does look so good. Good job, bud.
Good job, Adam. Cool. Well, I know that we hit the hour mark, but I'm just gonna finish out what we were gonna talk about because we did get cut off there for a little bit, and I did want to include the tip for the 16s through 18s. So Adam, I know you're busy, so either if you gotta go, we can say our goodbye.
Thank you guys so much for letting me cook for you.
Yeah.
Hope you have a great one, and can't wait to see you guys soon.
And wait, how did it taste, by the way? I wasn't paying attention.
Unreal.
Oh, man.
So good. I highly recommend making them at home.
Cool. So we'll post a picture. You just took a picture. We'll post that. We'll post the recipe.
Thanks, guys. Go NPJ.
Cool. Thanks, Adam.
Woo.
All right. Sweet. Alicia, you don't have to stay for this part unless you want to.
I want to. I want to
Cool.
learn. I want to hear what they're hearing.
Cool. Very cool. All right. Well, we'll take a look at this here, and it's a 3.5-minute video. If you haven't seen it before, this is Coach Amir, who at the time was coaching at Cal, and since then he started a new job. He now coaches for Northwestern. But he's going to talk about some blocker concepts. And this is one that's actually really, really important. When you get to 16s through 18s club level, this is one of those things, these like tactics or schemes that all the good volleyball teams know. And they pay attention, they execute it really well. And one of the things you know about blocking is, even though you don't get that many blocks during a game, how you set up your block and where you position yourself to block has a huge impact on the outcome. Okay, so even though you're not maybe blocking the ball, touching it, or recording a stat, being in the right place at the right time and a presence to your opponent when they're hitting makes a huge difference. Okay, so this is the tip there. If you want to help your team score more points on defense, pay attention to this, and this is one of them. Oh, I got to turn the sound on. If the sound ends up being too loud, you guys, you need to let me know. Or not loud enough. That could be a thing too. All right.
And I'm the assistant coach at UC Berkeley. I wanted to thank everyone from Volley On for creating this amazing platform that allows parents, coaches, and players to continue to learn about the game we all love. Today I'm going to cover 2 concepts we use in our gym for our Area 4 blockers. We refer to our front row outside hitter as our Area 4 blocker. We're going to be watching some video on senior outside hitter Maddie Haynes. Maddie did a great job of blocking the ball for us this year, so let's watch some video and pick up on some of the things she does well. The first concept I want to talk about is committing on the quick attack. We're going to use this a lot in rows 4, 5, and 6 when we ID the middles not running a slide and they're going front one or back one. On the back one, we're going to stay in our base, whereas on the front one, we're going to reset into the middle of the court. Following that, we want to be really...
I just want to make sure we all understand too, take their tendency. College, they scout and they know and they study their opponent really well. So he's talking about the middle right now. Every hitter is going to have a tendency, right, Alicia, to hit across their body or away from their body.
Exactly.
Players can do both, but every player is going to have a preference. So that's what we're talking about, their tendency. So you kind of have to know, and I think for us, if you're not scouting or your coach isn't scouting, while you're watching the match, while you're reffing the match, that's a perfect time to make some mental notes on the position you play, the opponent, and who you're going to face potentially, and then just making a note of what that player's tendency
really good
is.
About diving into that middle's tendency. We're going to watch a lot of video and see if they like to hit to area 5, area 6, or area 1, and we're going to make sure we're taking that away to score a point. In this first clip,
I could hide
we're
that.
going to see Maddie ID the middle early. I want you guys taking a look at her eyes. She's tracking the middle, resets into the middle of the court, loads, and makes a nice block move.
Now, to just so we all are seeing the same thing here and why I'm showing you this, this is a front row setter situation for their opponent. Okay, so you got a libero, outside hitter, and a DS here. So these are the only two front row attackers, and then the setter, of course, could jump and attack the ball too if she wants. So the reason this player, Maddie, that they're talking about, is going to slide over is because there's no hitter back here. Okay, so there's actually no reason for her to be in this area. With all 2 or 3 attackers being in this front area of the court or zone, all these blockers should be there. Okay, and again, this player here is a DS, so again, there's no back back set here out of the back row. That's a threat.
Look at eyes. She's tracking the middle.
Okay, and what you saw there, again, this is what a lot of good club level teams do. 16 open, you see it. And then certainly 17s and 18s, you're going to see it. Not with every team, okay, but if you watch our team, if you watch the top 25 teams in the country, they do this. Because Maddie did not have a hitter to block back here, she needs to move over and become the middle blocker, essentially. Now, when you saw her push this player over, the likely or most dominant threat is going to be the outside. So that's what these two players are getting ready to help block. If this middle does get set, Maddie's going to be there, and then this middle can dive back in and help if necessary.
Sets into the middle of the court, loads, and makes a nice block move.
So you could see there, Maddie became the primary blocker, and the middle did, in fact, help block.
Is Maddie's all over the tendency, diving into the seam to get the point. In this next clip, we've got the opposing team in row 6. Maddie's going to ID the back 1, stay in her base, and get over the net quick. What I love about this play is Maddie knew this attacker likes to hit to area 1 on the back 1.
Pro tip, anytime you're blocking a back 1, whether or not the player has tendencies or you scouted them, if you have no clue what her tendency is, take away cross court, take away zone 1. 9 out of 10 times, that's where the ball is going to get hit. So I would actually like the blocker to be even more into this cross court. But Maddie, she's 6'4", so she can probably be lined up here, and her reach is going to be long enough to dive back in. If you don't have that kind of reach, if you're 5'10" or shorter, you need to start more into the cross court because, again, your arms aren't going to reach far enough.
What I love about this play is Maddie knew this attacker likes to hit to area 1 on the back 1, and she makes a nice move taking that shot away. Now we've got the opposing team in row 5. This is about as far over we want to help on a front 1. Maddie's almost through area 3, but she's balanced, moving with the play, and she ends up getting a great block. Maddie knew this attacker wanted to hit to area 5, and she...
Yeah, I just want to highlight this. Look at how all the 3 blockers for Cal are moving into the same area of the court, right? So no other attackers, but the setter, middle, and the outside. So if this is where they're going to run their offense, all 3 of our blockers should be in that area of the court. You don't get to take a play off. You don't get to hang out here and say, oh, I don't have a hitter this time. All 3 blockers, it's essentially a 3-on-2 here on defense.
Balanced, moving with the play, and she ends up getting a great block. Maddie knew this attacker wanted to hit to area 5, and she loads, and she's waiting for her to get the stuff. The next concept we're going to talk about is blocking outside of your body. In order to execute this, we want to have a good swing block, staying as athletic as possible, and we want to make sure when we get over the net, we're immediately diving into the cross-court shot the second our arms cross the plane of the net. We play a lot of teams that love to hit cross-court, so we're going to use this a lot in our conference. In this first clip, You see Maddie on the left side, loading. She gets a nice crossover, and her arms move slightly to the right to take that cross-court shot away. Make sure you guys pay attention to how she finishes the block with her arms moving to the right side. Now, let's take a look in transition at a little bit more of an aggressive dive from Maddie. Maddie does a nice job of really emphasizing the...
Yeah, so Coach Amir is calling it a dive. Alicia, what do you call that when you're talking to your players about reaching back in? What kind of terminology do you like to use?
When you're reaching back in from your block?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a specific word, but I understand what he means by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's when you're I don't know, third, fourth year playing volleyball, a lot of times with blocking, it's one of the last things that coaches will teach. But we have a tendency to just go straight up or straight up and over. And when you're playing more against more advanced hitters, they don't just hit where they face like they do at 14s and 15s and 16s. They're going to be a little bit deceptive, and they're going to hit offline. Okay, so where Maddie lines up is probably on that hitter's line of approach. So if she were to hit straight, I think Maddie might be in a good position. But that hitter is going to cut that ball a little bit more across. You can start to see her right there pulling her arm across her body. So that's why you see Maddie reaching back into the court or diving back in with her hands. So that's a really good move.
It's also got a lot of, when you have that kind of height, you have that option too.
Yeah.
The shorties don't have that same kind of
Maddie
option.
does a nice job.
No, I actually have video. I don't have
really
it queued up and ready, but I have video where it's actually from 2 summers ago at the World Championships. Some of the shorter outside hitters, when they dove back in, they were physically jumping from one spot and landing 2 to 3 feet more inside the court. So again, they didn't have the reach with their arms. So what they had to do was actually jump into the court. But that's what you have to do when you're shorter.
It's over the net. She wants to dive into the cross-court shot. In this last clip, we're going to watch Maddie defend a slide. She tracks the slide hitter, crosses over, and makes sure her entire body is moving into that angle shot.
That's cool.
We know this attacker likes to hit.
Yeah, so one thing I'm hearing your coach talk a lot about is, knowing the player's tendency. So that's certainly going to be a huge advantage when you know what's going on over there, for sure.
When I have my teams shag for hitting lines, especially, I always have them group up by position, and their job in that moment is to talk to each other about tendencies. We always say, let's look for hitter tendencies. If you're going to stand here, I want you guys to communicate it. The more you verbalize it to each other, the more you're going to remember, one loves that deep corner, because I think that we're going to hold on to it a lot more, especially if we've said it, if we've talked about it. So they get a lot of team building almost, because they're excited for each other to, I want to shut her down. I want to take away that option for her. I want her to try to do something else. So I always feel like it builds a really good camaraderie between the teammates.
Cool. Yeah, I love it. Any other tips and tricks? I wanted to pull up that clip for you. That real quick here. Okay. Do you see a be right back screen? Cool. I just want to pull up my Twitter, because you had asked about that video. Thanks for playing along with that, by the way, too. A couple of my friends had contacted me back, and they were like, Mike, we didn't know where you were going to go with that, They thought I was going to get all technical with the technique of things, but I ended up talking more about contextual information and stuff. Well, and when you have more information, it becomes easier to like recognize, right? The clip that I showed was difficult because there just wasn't a lot of information for you to go off of, you know? So I have it here. All right, let's bring them back. So we're back. This was the clip. And then it would pause there. But in the original clip too, like if you remember, I had taken the score out. So you couldn't even see what score it was.
Oh yeah.
Because even the score, knowing the score would make
I mean, that would have given a ton of context too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think when it's a tight, high pressure game, the biggest thing, I don't know why it's not playing. The biggest thing was knowing what the player did on the 3 previous plays or the 2 previous swings. So that player actually hit it out twice in a row. Okay. So it's like she's already made 2 mistakes. They set her again. There's the second swing that went out. Okay. So she hit one cross court. It went wide. They actually challenged it. They lost the challenge. They went back to her again. She hits it line and it went out, right? So, okay. Contextual information, knowing the most recent plays, not just the tendencies, but knowing the recent plays, it's like, okay, you know, no hitter wants to make a 3rd hitting error, you know, in a row.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's what that was. I did hide my screen here for a second. And then this will be the last thing I show, and then we'll call it. But the video of players diving back in, you mentioned you thought, I mean, players would benefit from seeing that. So let me pull it up. I actually made a really cool thumbnail for this video too, but I was sad because the video didn't do that well. I know. Here it is. Pause. Make bigger. You're not pausing. Okay. Is this shit? Oh, let me bring it back here. Okay. So, yeah. You're going to watch how the blockers dive back in. Look at that. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty athletic move. You can see where she takes off from.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, she lands like about a foot inside. So that was a setter, undersized setter from Italy. Here's an outside from Mexico. See how she dives back in?
Did you say an undersized?
The one from Italy, yeah, I don't know. She was like 5'11", 5'10".
Yeah.
Kind of small. Yeah. So, you know, when you need to, jumping and landing more inside the court. Cool. All right.
Nice. Awesome.
Well, Alicia, thanks so much for joining us here tonight and helping us out. I plan to drive over to Adam's house right now and grab one of those Crunchwrap Supremes.
As you should. Thanks for having me.
Cool. All right, we'll see you next week, right?
Yep. See you next week.
All right, cool. And then maybe we'll have you cooking up for us.
Yeah, I think that's what Courtney said.
Okay, sweet. All right.
Sounds fun.
Thanks. Thank you, and thanks everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow for our Mike. Guess what day it is stream.
Bye, guys.
All right. See ya.